Ever get the feeling like you've seen a movie 100 times, even though you know you haven't?
Yeah, I know that feeling. Like it's somehow familiar, even though you've never actually seen it.
That's Galaxy Quest for me.
Really? I never made that connection.
So many people have told me how much they love it that I kind of feel like I already know it.
I can see that.
I finally sat down to watch it, and wow. Just wow.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Today we are going deep on this one.
All right, love it. Galaxy Quest. Where do we even begin?
Well, we've got a really enthusiastic review here that calls it more than just a parody. So let's see if we can figure out why this movie means so much to so many people.
Okay, sounds good. So, right off the bat, the premise itself is pretty wild. Like, you've got these washed up actors from this, kind of cheesy sci fi show,
Right.
and they get mistaken for actual space heroes. I mean, come on.
By actual aliens?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Our reviewer calls it a genius premise.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that genius comes from the way it plays with our expectations, you know? We've all seen Star Trek, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So we're already familiar with the whole spaceship, captain, strange new worlds kind of thing.
Warp speed, transporters, all that.
Exactly. And Galaxy Quest takes those tropes, those familiar elements, and it just completely flips them on their heads.
It's so clever. And speaking of flipping things, the casting is incredible. I mean, Tim Allen is the captain, Jason Nesmith. He is so perfectly that William Shatner-esque kind of pompous captain, but at the same time,
You get the feeling there's more to him.
yeah, you totally see that vulnerability, that he wants something more than just, another autograph signing.
Exactly. And oh my goodness, Sigourney Weaver as Gwen DeMarco.
Oh, she is phenomenal.
Amazing. She's that stereotypical, token female character who basically just repeats what the computer says.
It's a rock. Doesn't have feelings. I mean, she's aware of it.
She totally is, which is what makes it so funny. She's in on the joke.
Oh, and we cannot forget Alan Rickman,
Oh my God, Alan Rickman, Alexander Dane.
Dr. Lazarus, the Shakespearean actor who's stuck playing this alien with a rubber headpiece.
Forever typecast.
I grab Thar's hammer. It kills me every time.
Oh, I know, it's iconic.
It's so good. But okay, can we talk about the Thermians for a second?
Oh, we have to. They're my favorite part.
The heart of the movie right there. These adorable aliens, they actually believe the show is real.
I know. It's like their historical document.
They come to Earth
Mm.
for help, and they have no clue they're talking to actors.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious, but it also kind of makes you think, are they just there for laughs?
I think it's deeper than that. They're naive. Sure, we laugh at that. But it pushes the actors, makes them look at their own cynicism.
Right.
And ultimately, I think they become the heroes they were just pretending to be.
That's such a great point.
It's that power of belief. Even if it's based on, as our reviewer said, total nonsense,
Mm-hmm.
it can still inspire people.
Inspire real courage, real selflessness.
Exactly.
Okay, we have to talk about the humor in this movie. I mean, the meta humor, it's like it's making fun of all the sci-fi conventions, but it's never mean.
It's a masterclass in satire, but you can tell they love the genre.
Like when Gwen is aware of how limited her role is, or Alexander Dane is so over that headpiece.
I know. It points those things out, but it does it with love.
It's so affectionate. But, beyond just the humor, the laughs, this is also a story of redemption. You've got these actors, they start out just kind of, washed up, desperate.
It's ego-driven, right?
But they actually become heroes. How do you see that happening? How do they transform?
Well, for Jason, I think he learns to be a leader for real. He sheds that whole self-absorbed thing.
Right, he steps up.
And Gwen, she finds her own voice. She's more than just the computer echo.
Yeah.
And Alexander Dane, he starts to understand the impact his role, even that silly role, has had on people.
He owns it.
He does. And what's so inspiring is that their heroism doesn't come from special effects or their acting skills.
It comes from them working together.
Yes. It's teamwork. They learn to rely on each other.
Each other's strengths.
Yeah.
And they actually have to use those strengths.
And you know what? That's a message that applies to all of us.
Way beyond sci-fi.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
It really does. So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, I think it's clear that Galaxy Quest is more than just a funny movie. It's an adventure, and it's a love letter to fandom.
It makes you laugh, it makes you think, and honestly, I think it makes you want to believe in the power of make-believe. Just a little.
Right. Even in a crazy world like ours.
Exactly.
There's always room for heroism, for second chances, for sharing those stories that we love. But it makes me wonder, where's the line
Where's the line?
between just loving something and just believing anything, you know what I mean?
Right.
When it comes to the things we're fans of.
Oh, that's interesting.
Anyway, I think everyone should watch Galaxy Quest. If you haven't seen it, see it. If you have, see it again. You might find a whole new reason to love it.
That's a great idea.
Thanks for diving deep with me today.
Anytime. This was fun.
Until next time.
Bye!
See ya.